Well, I teach at further education, so my students range from 16 through to any age. The vast majority of my students are aged 16 to 21 though. I get most of the school leavers because the primary course that I teach is computer games development. So we get mostly boys, to be honest. We've got about 100 game students right now and 3 of them are girls. So it's mostly boys between 16, 17 up to 21, but there is some mature students as well, but usually it's that age, yeah.
That age group, that's lovely. And David, what made you become a teacher? What was your reasons for becoming a teacher?
Money.
Money, yeah.
Originally it actually was because I was a programmer, so I came to teaching from industry, and I was running my own company and we weren't actually quite making enough to get by, so I started lecturing part-time, and then after a few years of doing that I left doing the programming because I was enjoying the teaching, and I've been a full-time lecturer for about 7 years now.
Very good.
And I actually quite enjoy the teaching the programming rather than doing it every day.
Very good, that's a good answer. And I see that you have a blog called Renton72 on WordPress, and you talk a little bit about recently running a day of staff CPD training in a school for children with additional support needs. Could you tell us a little bit about that and the theme of the training that you've done?
Well, I'll maybe talk about the games a bit that we've developed as well that are on the blog, because that's where it came from.
Okay.
A few years ago I was playing actually a game on the Xbox with my family called, I forget what it's called now, but it was like a movie quiz game. It was called Seen It. And what we were doing was we had controllers that we held and we answered questions by pushing buttons that matched the answer. And I thought it'd be great if I could do that with my students. And we actually then created a prototype that used Xbox controllers with Windows computers to answer the questions. And we have been working on that for a few years now, and I've been taking it out to schools. And that's how that came about, because we were showing the games that we created to some local schools, mostly primary schools. And one of the schools that saw it was Kersland, and they asked for some CPD training. So they came in to do CP training on actually using the games that I've created, but they were also wanting training on CPD for games development as well. Because in the Scottish schools in Curriculum for Excellence, games development is actually embedded all the way through, from first level right through to fifth games development. So we were given mostly training on Coda and Scratch, mostly Coda actually because the level of their learners. But as well as that, we were showing them how to create their own quizzes that they can use with the Xbox controllers. And we were doing we've made some Kinect games as well that uses Kinect, and they felt especially that was suitable for their students because their pupils learn in a different way to standard. And there was maybe some theories and principles they could maybe learn that way, like angles and time and things like that, using motions, like using their arm instead of the traditional method.
Very good. Well, that kind of answers my next question.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's good to get it all. It was a wee bit about the fact that you'd created these games, free games for Windows, which use the Xbox controllers and the Kinect, and the Coda and Scratch in schools as well. So you've answered that one. That's perfect. And that's another example then of using ICT in the classroom, and the kids are enjoying that then, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I can show you. Will I show you this?
Yes,
hold on.
absolutely.
See if I can switch camera view.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try it. There we go. So these are controllers, yeah. So a lot of people don't realise you can use standard Xbox wireless controllers with Windows. All you have to do is get this from Amazon, which is a wee receiver. It's a USB receiver. I've got some friends in England and Wales who are high school teachers that are using these games, and all they did was buy this receiver, and then they got their kids to bring in their own Xbox controllers. So this is the kind of main games that we've got. I'll just load in here to show you. And we've got 3 different games there. I'll show you the main one. The main one's a kind of standard multiple choice quiz. Can you see that all right there?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. So if I load in one of the quizzes, and these are all quizzes created by lecturers in the college and students and different people. This is one that my wife did for a primary 6, which is a maths quiz. So I can load that up, I can look at the questions in there. You can see there I can preview the questions and see what they are. You can add pictures as well, as you can see there. And then when I actually play the game, I'll make it full screen for this, but when I actually play the game, it comes out like that. And what they do is they hit the start button on the controller. You see that, and it comes up on the screen to tell them they're ready. We can also make the controllers vibrate, which is quite fun. If you can hear that, it's so they know what to take out. And then it asks them the question, and all they do is, if they know the answer is, I don't know what the answer is to that, so I'm going to guess, is they just hit the colour button that matches what they think the answer is. And then so I'll do this one. Okay, and it tells them if they got it right, and they get 10 points for getting it right, and if they get it quicker than the other team, they get 5 points. And then I just hit, as a teacher, I hit space, and then the next question comes up, and that's it. It's just a multiple choice quiz, but you can use it with up to 4 Xbox controllers.
Yeah, and I'm sure
so you would split the class into teams, and it can also encourages group learning that way as well, because they've got to work together as a team.
That is fun.
That's the kind of, the other games are similar. The extras one is a kind of challenge board, so they take turns about it. There's for instance, it's got a challenge board, so they actually choose the question. So if they want an easy question, they take a 100-point question. Yeah. If they want a hard one, they go to 400.
That is a perfect example of gamification in the classroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect example.
You can see, I'll show you a couple of pictures really quickly just to see I think where it really works is that the students get really engaged, so that's the quiz game there. And I'll show you, there's some pictures if you can see the children playing it, you see.
Fantastic.
And that was a quiz in French numbers, so maybe not the most exciting topic, but you can see the guy on the left there is off his seat,
Yeah, loving it.
And there's the girls there playing it, so they're a team and they're helping each other. And we'll get some other pictures as well.
And the fact that they can bring in their own Xbox controllers and all is fantastic as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is, we've made a wee editor as well, so the questions you can make really easily. I don't know if you can see it there, but you just type in a question and 4 answers and tick the one that's correct. And that's how you make the questions. So the Kinect games, there's some pictures there of the girls playing the Kinect games. So they're using their arm to draw the angle in the sky basically, and they see themselves. It comes up like that. So they're actually standing in front and they see themselves, and as they draw the angle, you can see the guy on the left here has got it 90 degrees correctly, whereas the guy on the right's laughing because he did about 260.
That's fantastic. Brilliant. Perfect example. Thank you for that.
And there's some other pictures. So we kind of made it a game as well, because at the end of each round it takes a picture. The same way it does in Dance Central on the Xbox, so it plays it back from at the end so they can oppose as well. And as we were going around the schools, a lot of them said, can you not do this for time? So we created a second game where where you actually set the time on a clock using your hands.
Yeah.
So if you see there that you can see the pictures of the girls at the bottom, and they're just standing and moving their arms.
Oh, that's amazing.
And you switch back to me.
Very good. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for that, David. And just the last question that we've got here for you. We would like you to sum up education in one word, if you could.
So, education in one word?
Education in one word.
Challenging.
Challenging. Good, that's it. We're building up a little collage of education in one words from teachers all over the world, and that'll form part of it. So that was good to get your views. Challenging, that's a good one. Well, I think that's us then. So it is, David. Thank you ever so much for taking part. We really appreciate it, and we'll get this put out on our Game to Learn Facebook, where you'll be able to view it, and on our Twitter as well. Well, have yourself a very nice weekend.
Yeah, same to you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks.
you now, David. All the best. Bye.
Bye.